So you want to get stronger and get a godly physique in the process without stepping into the gym. Good, so do I. And to be honest, I have never had a gym membership and don't really want to because it costs extra money that I don't want to spend. A common problem in calisthenics is thinking that you're too heavy or too weak to perform some of these calisthenics exercises. And after a while doing the same thing, most people think they are close to their peak because they stop making much progress. Well, we all know that calisthenics athletes are some of the strongest people on the planet relative to their body weight and just in general. But is it even possible to get an elite level physique with a good amount of muscle mass without stepping into the gym? And by that I mean lifting weights. Well, the answer is yes and no, because it depends on how you train. I think I'm the perfect example of this because I have been on both sides of the spectrum. Out of obsession, I have tried for years watching some of the greatest bodyweight athletes in the world, that being gymnasts and just some elite calisthenics athletes, in an attempt to get stronger while putting on as much muscle mass as possible. Gaining muscle and strength in calisthenics are both possible, but sadly they don't go hand in hand. Yes, you can gain both, but gaining one will usually come at a cost, which is your calisthenics skills. And if you're watching this, I'm guessing you want to master your body by learning hard calisthenics skills and look good doing them. Which is why we'll be discussing some common calisthenics mistakes and how to avoid them. Calisthenics is a fantastic way to build strength, increase flexibility, and improve overall fitness. However, even the most seasoned athletes make mistakes that hinder their progress. So let's dive into the main things you want to avoid. Before we even get into the specifics, one of the most common mistakes in calisthenics is having poor form and technique. Yes, you've probably heard me say this before. It's essential to maintain proper alignment throughout each exercise to prevent injury and maximize your results. Not doing this can put you at big risk in calisthenics if you're trying to learn calisthenic skills especially. For example, this one. The 90-degree handstand push-up is one of my favorite exercises and it shows you why it's so important to stretch your wrists. If you've been doing calisthenics for more than 2 years, you know why having a pair of wrist wraps is so important. It's for the same reason why weightlifters wear belts when doing heavy lifts. It causes a lot more stress on your joints. In calisthenics, some of those problems can be avoided just by having good form. I don't just say that to sound like a science-based lifter, like do your exercises in this rep range. We are not the same. So I recommend investing in some of these, or even just some elbow sleeves if you like. I personally don't use them, but they also take a lot of stress off of your elbow joints, especially if you're more advanced and are doing more advanced calisthenic skills. Then it becomes a must. But having the right form isn't just for injury prevention. It also helps you target the right muscles and help you grow more effectively. Calisthenics is built on compound movements, meaning that if you want to grow your chest, you're also going to be activating your shoulders. Having poor form can cause you to activate your shoulders more than you want to, causing you to overtrain them and increasing the risk of injury, which can slow down your progress significantly. And if you've had any type of injury in your life, you know the kind of effect it can have on you. Next is nutrition. This is not a diet video, but this is probably one of the biggest roadblocks, and it's your nutrition. When you exercise, you create small tears in your muscle fibers, and to repair and rebuild these muscles, your body needs sufficient amount of protein, carbs, and healthy fats. Without these, no matter how hard you train, no matter what kind of program you're on, you won't see any real progress. And this is amplified in calisthenics. First is the most important micronutrient, and that is protein. This is the part of your diet that you need to focus on the most. Whether you're trying to bulk up or you're trying to shred or you're trying to maintain, protein is the number one. If you're training for strength, calisthenics will build you a lot of lean muscle and dense muscle, meaning that you gain a lot of muscle fibers without getting them bigger, resulting in the ultimate sleeper build. You have lean meats like chicken, turkey, and fish, along with some plant-based options like beans, lentils, and these are all great sources of protein. It's also important to spread out your protein intake throughout the entire day for maximum muscle synthesis. I ate about 60% protein in my diet while I was main gaining, and the other 40% I ate right before I went to sleep to avoid losing as much muscle as possible. And I need you to pay attention to this. Yes, you burn a lot of calories when you sleep, and you can't eat during this time unless you're a crackhead like Ronnie Coleman and wake up at 3 a.m. to have a full course meal. And I will explain later, if you're curious, the best kinds to consume if you're trying to minimize muscle atrophy. Next, you have carbohydrates, and these are essential because they give you the energy you need to do your intense workouts, and they aid in muscle recovery. Complex carbs like whole grains, oats, sweet potatoes, fruits are best because they provide you with a steady release of energy. And if you want to build more muscle, having a ratio of 40% carb and 40% protein is good for lean bulking. You generally want to eat more carbs when you're trying to gain more weight, and if you're maintaining, I would go up to even 50% protein. But this This is not a diet video, so this is really all you need to know. You can still gain weight while eating at slightly less than maintenance, but you probably won't gain any weight, and in some cases, you'll actually lose some weight. If you train correctly and eat enough protein, it'll be mostly fat. Before we keep going, I just feel the need to say this. Let's say you want to build muscle, and most people believe that it's harder to build muscle just using your body weight, and well, they're right, only to a certain point. If you want to look like Larry Wheels, no amount of food will get you there, unless you have a similar build to him. To be clear, you probably won't be able to squat as much as him, like 900 pounds, but you could bulk up to a similar weight and even maintain it. You would just have to work extremely hard to get there and be on steroids. With the juice, the possibilities are endless. Something I see that most people don't consider is that these bodybuilders that are being used in comparison to elite bodyweight athletes who have some of the greatest physiques in the world are heavily sauced up, which makes you gain an insane amount of muscle mass whether you like it or not. For reference, here's a natural bodybuilder and here's a natural calisthenics athlete. You see what I mean? I think I proved my point. This last part cannot be neglected because it determines how effective the other two parts will be. And by rest, I don't just mean getting enough sleep at night, even though it does help. There is a reason why strength training requires a lot of rest time. Building strength creates a lot of new neural pathways, and your nervous system needs more time to recover than your muscles do. Your muscles don't really need more than a minute and a half to recover before going to the next set. This is why you probably won't get as sore doing intense strength building workouts as you do with hypertrophy workouts. But the recovery time is even more important. It's also important so that you can train every set with as much intensity as possible to make the workout as effective as possible. Strength exercises make you exert a burst of energy all at the same time, so you need a longer time to recover before you go into your next set. It's more like powerlifting using your own body weight. Don't make the mistake of treating it like a muscle building exercise or endurance workout. Sleep is also very important. It allows your body to repair and recover from the physical stress that you place on it, and as you sleep, the body releases growth hormone, which promotes muscle growth. Lack of sleep can lead to increased cortisol levels, which can hinder muscle recovery, so stop pulling those all-nighters if you're one of those people. But most importantly, sleep impacts cognitive function and concentration, which are essential for strength and muscle building. I just said a lot of things in this video, and some of these things you already know, so why aren't you where you want to be at? Think about it. All this good information is useless if you don't apply it to your own life. There is so much more that goes into achieving the perfect physique, and it doesn't have to be as hard as people make it out to be. But I can't fit all of that in this one video. If you're one of the people who are serious about building insane strength and an amazing physique, I created a blueprint on how to do exactly that. And there is a community of focused and motivated individuals, just like you, who are using this to transform their physique and their entire lifestyle. Right now, it doesn't cost more than the amount of time that you put in, but the longer you wait, the more spots will be taken. There's a team of people just like myself here to guide you to achieving your goal. If you want to lose weight, gain strength, and master your body. You can also contact me personally, and there are multiple channels if you want to achieve a specific goal. And I would say this again, this is only for those who are serious and willing to put in some time to evolve, because I am also sacrificing my own time to work with you. So please, if you're serious but you're still not sure if this is for you, you can still click in the link in the bio and check it out. At the very least, you'll be able to network and communicate with an army of like-minded individuals like yourself.